Here's an interesting stat. Many of you probably know this. If you don't, the vast majority of successful cybersecurity incidents happen because of human error. And if you look at the cybersecurity marketplace, so much time and money and resources is poured into what I would call kind of like the sexy side of cybersecurity, which is all of the technical systems. So when we look at an enterprise, they're pouring money into having a super advanced secure email gateway, great mobile device management systems, great endpoint detection response infrastructure, all of these technical, kind of like a castle wall around the organization to protect against hackers. And don't get me wrong, that is essential. But if you have folks within your company who aren't adept at recognizing these types of attacks, then you're going to have somebody that takes an action that they shouldn't. And despite having all of those protections built around the organization, you have one person that clicks a link and they lower the drawbridge and they let the hackers in. And my co-founder, David, in a different life before we started Dune, he worked at a cyber insurance company and was deep in the claims data and saw this firsthand. 9 out of 10 paid claims for successful attacks happened because of human error. What is very interesting about this as well is the market has historically solved for this with something called security awareness training. If you've had jobs before in corporate America, if you've done internships, I promise you, you've done these trainings. What it typically looks like is once or twice a year, you will be assigned a training. It's like 30 minutes long, or allegedly it's supposed to be 30 minutes long. Everybody just goes next, 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 next. And then they guess on the multiple choice, pick the longest answer. You're probably right. And you get it done in like 65 seconds, and then you're done. It's interesting because that technically ticks the box for compliance. So for regulators, you've trained your folks on cybersecurity, but that doesn't move the needle at all in terms of actual security posture of the organization. And so David and I basically, when we met, we looked at the market and we're like, legacy security awareness training is trash, candidly. It is completely ineffective. And you see that in the data. You see that in the number of cyber attacks that are launched against individuals in organizations. And what's shocking is the rate of successful cyber attacks is increasing exponentially. So clearly there's an issue. And we thought there's got to be a better way to do this. And that's where Dune comes into the picture.